like to hire a lawyer, pay $1,000, but then whatever kind of deal that you're concerned about is maybe only a subjective, like $10,000, and then so people can just kind of rationalize it. Then it's not worth it getting a lawyer.
Quick disclaimer, this podcast is great. I hope we're entertaining and fun and get value out of this, whoever's listening. It should not be taken as legal advice or services, though. An actual written agreement, retainer agreements retired for that. And if anyone is interested in working together, we do a free initial consult just to see what's going on, make sure it's the right fit, discuss kind of how billing works and budgets and things like that. So you can always reach out to me, usually email's best. And you can find me at morrismusiclaw.com and also musiclawpro.com. It's great when you're being offered $1 million. It's like, awesome. I got some legal budget in there.
Yeah.
On the flip side, like you're paying out of pocket for the contributors, whether producer or PR or whatever, and you're paying out, and you got to pay more out of pocket for legal. Or in the middle, it's like, yeah, you're getting $10,000 from a deal, and then, hey, how am I going to justify paying a lawyer $1,000, $2,000, or whatever it is from that deal? Those are all super legitimate concerns, and what we do is offer a free initial consult.
Yeah.
So there's no cost. So there's no barrier of like, oh my God, I can't even first find the lawyer, and then second, at least approach the music law firm without any cost. And then we see what's up. And then we're very flexible, depending on the situation, to adjust pricing, budget. We have a bunch of different options so that if there's a real need, like we make it happen. We figure out a way to get the legal within the right budget so that the client's getting most of the money, or the money's going back into the music, and legal is part of that. So a big word I like to use that people throw around all the time is transparency. Mm-hmm. Really important to be between attorney and client to have a transparent relationship. And in this conversation and this topic about budget. So from my end, I'll be like, here's the cost. Here's what we're looking at for our estimated time or budget. And then on the client side, they're like, here's where I'm at with my budget. Here's my concerns. And then we figure it out. And conversations like that, like we don't build with clients. Like we're just going to work together. Again, having that relationship, that long-term relationship with your lawyer to, oh my gosh, I have a concern. I'm only getting $5,000 on this deal. And I don't want to pay $2,500 for a lawyer or something. Like we talk it out and figure out a way to make it happen. And I've done all sorts of creative, flexible ways that make sense for everybody. So that, I'm getting paid, clients getting the legal they need within their budget. It's making sense for their flow, their business, and we get the job done. As opposed to on the flip side, it's like, well, I need to save on legal here. Let me do this deal. I'll get the whole $10,000 myself. And then 6 months later, it falls apart. And then you really can't deal with it on your own. And then you hit my desk, call me up. It's going to be a lot more expensive. It's going to take a lot more stress and time generally, just like to deal with the mess, as opposed to if you knock it out up front and then something happens, it's like, boom. Clause 2C, we gotcha. We nailed it. We're good to go.
Yeah.
This is how we roll, like way quicker and less money on legal and less like burden and hold up on the career and on the music. And being in the studio, like you don't want these weights on your shoulders as an artist. You want to be able to express yourself and not have that hesitancy, have that authenticity behind the mic or on your instrument or behind the mixing board or wherever you are in the process of music creation. We don't want these contractual or other issues getting in the way of that creation, because what's the point otherwise if we don't love the music? So it's really important to ensure that you're being covered and protected in these regards. And another thing on this point is sometimes there's an additional kind of investment or educational cost that's kind of a distinct way of looking at it as opposed to just pure transactional. The pure transactional is like, yeah, it's a $10,000 deal. Lawyer costs $2,000, so I get $8,000 out of it. But there's also like, okay, I'm investing to protect myself.
Yeah.
So if something happens, it's going to be better to invest this $2,000 now than have to pay $10,000, $20,000 or more later if it goes to court if you didn't do it right up front, right? Now we have the other end where it got messed up and you didn't have the lawyer at least look at the contract or help you draft it and make sure you're covered. And then it ends up being way more costly down the road. So this is a little investment on the front end to help kind of protect on the back end. And we have a discussion to make sure that it's going to make sense for a client. Some clients may care about that and other clients may not. And we'll address it based on that situation. And another aspect is sometimes educational. Sometimes it's worth it to talk to your lawyer or ask questions on email to learn so that you have knowledge to ask the right questions and say the right things to other people. And maybe that's an out-of-pocket cost for you, for your lawyer, but you're gaining this valuable knowledge that cannot be gained really otherwise, other than by doing things. You can read books all day about the music industry. You can attend events, but at the end of the day, experience is a great teacher. And the music industry has a ton of customs and nuances, and people bullshit all the time and say they know something, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not. So having a lawyer on your team kind of helps cut through all that.
Yeah.
It's like, what's really going on? Do I need to search all day and try to figure out, I think I know what a mechanical license is now, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe this site was right, maybe it wasn't. So, having a lawyer and team kind of help alleviate those kind of educational concerns so that you have that knowledge. And best clients kind of understand what's happening and they want to learn.